Hey curious minds, welcome back to Curiox. Today we're counting down the 10 most insane true origin stories of brands you use literally every single day. These companies are now worth billions, but they all started doing something completely ridiculous. Get ready to have your mind blown. Let's jump right in, starting with everyone's favorite Swedish furniture maze. Most people think IKEA is just a cool Swedish word, maybe meaning something like home or design. Nope, not even close. It's literally the founder's initials plus where he grew up. The I stands for Ingvar, his first name. The K is for Kamprad, his last name. Then comes E for Elmtarid, which was his family farm. And finally, the A represents Agunnarid, the tiny village next door to that farm. So, IKEA is just a personal acronym. This brand name came from a dyslexic 17-year-old in 1943 who couldn't remember product codes. He just used his own life as the brand name. Before furniture, Ingvar Kamprad was a young entrepreneur selling matches, fish, Christmas tree decorations, and pens by mail order. Talk about a diverse portfolio. The iconic flat pack idea? That was pure accident. One day, a table wouldn't fit into a customer's car, so they simply removed the legs. That simple solution sparked a revolution in furniture design and logistics. The rest, as they say, is history. Next up, Samsung. This global tech giant translates to 3 stars in Korean. Very poetic, right? Well, it is, until you learn that the company started in 1938 selling dried fish and noodles. Yes, you heard that correctly. Founder Lee Byung-chul would personally drive trucks full of stinky dried fish from the coast all the way to China. That was their core business. In the 1960s, Samsung diversified wildly. They made sugar, textiles, wool, fertilizer, and even ran an insurance company. Their very first electronic product was a black and white television, launched in 1970. It was a far cry from today's smart devices. So, the sleek Galaxy S24 in your pocket? Its great-grandfather was literally a stinky dried fish. What an incredible transformation. Let's talk about LG. In 1947, in post-war Korea, a company called Lucky Chemical launched its first product. And that product was face cream. Yes, the same company that now makes your cutting-edge OLED TV started with moisturizer in plastic jars. Because plastic was incredibly rare after the war, Lucky Chemical started making their own. This gave them invaluable expertise. 10 years later, they used that plastic know-how to build Korea's first radio under the brand Gold Star. This was their entry into electronics. Gold Star and Lucky Chemical eventually merged, giving us the name LG. The official slogan is, "Life's Good." And yes, the LG logo is officially a winking smiley face. They designed it that way because they wanted the brand to look friendly to consumers. Now for a story of betrayal and triumph. PlayStation. In 1991, Sony and Nintendo were secretly collaborating. They were building a CD add-on for the Super Nintendo, a revolutionary concept at the time. The project name was even Nintendo PlayStation. Sony poured millions into this joint venture, developing the technology. Then, the day before the big public reveal, Nintendo pulled a shocking move. Nintendo stabbed Sony in the back, announcing they were going with Philips instead. Sony was left humiliated and with a massive investment. One furious engineer named Ken Kutaragi refused to let their work go to waste. He convinced Sony to finish the console alone. The original PlayStation 1 launched in 1994 and absolutely destroyed Nintendo's market share. It was sweet revenge. Fun fact, one prototype Nintendo PlayStation still exists today. It sold at auction in 2020 for a staggering $360,000. Next, we have Airbnb, a company that redefined travel. The year was 2007, and a huge design conference was coming to San Francisco. Every single hotel in the city was fully booked. 2 broke designers, Brian and Joe, saw an opportunity. They inflated 3 air mattresses in their living room and charged strangers $80 a night, including breakfast. Their website name, airbedandbreakfast.com. They were so broke that they funded the early stages of the company by selling limited edition breakfast cereal. These cereals were called Obama O's and Captain McCain's. Released during the 2008 election, they sold for $40 a box. They made $30,000 selling those novelty cereal boxes. Today, the company is worth over $100 billion and owns 0 hotels. Let's rewind to 1865 in Finland. A guy starts a paper mill next to the Nokia River. That's where the name comes from. Fast forward through history, and the company made an astonishing array of products. They produced rubber boots, tires, and even gas masks. They also made toilet paper. Yes, the same Nokia that made your first cell phone once made toilet paper. In 1982, they released the world's first car phone. It weighed 5 kilos and cost as much as a small car. Then, in 2000, Nokia dropped everything else to focus only on mobile phones. They dominated the world for years. That is, until the iPhone showed up and changed everything. What a journey from paper to global tech leader and back again. Now for a brand you use every morning, Colgate. In 1806, in New York, William Colgate started his business. He sold candles, soap, and starch door to door. Toothpaste didn't even appear in their product line until 1873. And when it did, it came in glass jars, just like jam. Imagine scooping your toothpaste out of a jar. The convenient tube version we know today? Colgate actually copied it from a dentist in 1896. So, next time you squeeze that minty goodness onto your brush, remember this. Your toothpaste brand used to make candles out of animal fat. Let's talk about Windex, the iconic blue cleaner. The story begins in 1930s Chicago. Two brothers, Harry and Philip Drackett, owned a struggling cleaning company. They were trying to make ends meet. Legend says they couldn't pay their bar tab at a nightclub one evening. So they offered the bartender their secret glass cleaner formula instead. It worked so incredibly well that it became Windex. It's still the same formula today, almost 90 years later. From a bar tab payment to a household staple, Windex has quite the surprising origin. This one is pure automotive drama. Tractor manufacturer Ferruccio Lamborghini owned a Ferrari 250 GT. The clutch in his Ferrari kept breaking. Frustrated, he went directly to Enzo Ferrari to complain about the quality. Enzo Ferrari's infamous reply: "You're a tractor maker. Stick to tractors." That was a huge mistake. Ferruccio went home, completely tore apart his Ferrari, fixed the clutch himself, and then made a monumental decision. He decided to build a better sports car, just to spite Enzo Ferrari. And that's how Lamborghini was born. The entire luxury car brand was literally created from a rich guy's ego and a desire for revenge. Finally, let's look at YouTube. On Valentine's Day in 2005, 3 former PayPal employees launched a website. It was a video dating site called TuneIn Hookup. The idea was you'd upload a video of yourself to find a date. But here's the twist. Nobody used it for dating. People just uploaded random videos. The very first video ever uploaded was Jawed Karim saying, "Me at the zoo." It's 19 seconds long and still online today. 6 months later, they wisely dropped the dating part and just kept the video sharing. The rest, as we all know, is internet history. From dating site flop to global video phenomenon, YouTube's origin is a testament to adapting and listening to your users. And there you have it, 10 truly insane origin stories of brands you interact with every single day. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.